What makes a great photograph? Here's a question raised by one of my students. Looking at some photographs by a famous photographer, she asked, are these photographs great because there's something about them which makes them great, or are all these photographs great because they're taken by people we are told are great? I think that's a really interesting question, and this is going to be the first of 3 videos which tries to address this. In this video I'm testing the idea that there is a consensus about what a great portrait is. In the second, I'll be looking at responses to the question of what makes a great photograph and trying to develop a definition. And in the third, I'll be looking at what it is that makes a good photograph in terms of elements. What can we put together when we try and take a photograph that will create potentially a great photograph, rather than looking at it afterwards and going, yeah, that was okay. In the instructions of the slideshow, it says that you've got to pretend that you're judging these, like for a photographic competition. All you're asked to do is judge each photograph out of a maximum of 10. So if you think it's the best photograph you've ever seen, 10 out of 10. If you think, it's okay, maybe 5 or 6. You get the picture. At the point in the video, in the slideshow, where it says pause, please pause. Then think about which one of these pictures you thought was the best. If you're doing this in a group situation, for in a class or something, then you can tally up to get a collective response to this. But pausing at that point is really important. You need to think about what the photograph says to you. After the pause in the video, of which there are a couple, there is a description of the photographs, and you will see who took the photographs and what the photographs are of. The question then you have to ask yourself is that, had I known this before, would it influence the way that I judged the photograph? And that's the crux of it. Is this photograph good because it's good? Is this photograph good because it somehow stands the test of time? Is it good because it was taken by a famous photographer and therefore we've been told that it's good? Do I have the ability to judge what is good on my own? That's a question that many students of photography have to ask themselves. If I know what is good, and if I can develop a definition of what makes a great photograph, then in the future can I produce great photographs of my own? Or maybe can I look at pictures I've already taken and identify the things that make them great? Give it a go. Hopefully now you'll know the context of each of these photographs. As an overview, teenage boys tend to like this one. Very few people like this one because it's very controversial. The picture of Joe is very confrontational. Very few people like this one, but then if you know the context, maybe that's understandable. Nobody knows who Dali is, therefore this picture looks weird. Some people do relate to the boxers. One of these pictures, one of the 8, is considered over a period of time to be a little bit better by the people who've done this in the past than the rest of them. I'm not going to tell you which one that is. It's for you to make up your mind what you think is good. I know which one I like the best, but maybe it is just very subjective.